Hey, it's Emily and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. This week I'm swapping my phone pickups for pages. So I've seen a lot of people do this on BookTube where they see how many times they picked up their phone one day and swap that number for page count. And I've been meaning to do it for a while, or swapping screen time for reading time, that sort of thing, just to like challenge myself. And this week I am quite free. I feel like now's the perfect time to do these sort of challenges. So yeah, I thought it would be a good time to get a good start on my September TBR and see if I can swap my pickups for pages. So I'll pop the screenshots here each day as I see how many pages I need to read. It's Monday today, so for last Monday, I picked my phone up 189 times. So my pickup count isn't great, I must say. I'm trying to reduce it, but 189 pages for day one. That seems okay. The first book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog is Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. This is off my September TBR. I've had this for quite a while. I got sent it by the publishers and still haven't read it, so I need to read it. However, this is only 147 pages long, so I'm going to have to pick a second book up today. But it's good because it means that on the 1st of September, I can get a whole book read. I believe this follows a 25-year-old girl who splits up from her boyfriend and goes and accepts her uncle's offer to go stay with him. And he runs this bookshop, and I think it's just like them getting to know each other, them realising they have more in common than they first thought, just life at this bookshop. It says, a tale of families, love, new beginnings, and the comfort that can be found in books. So it sounds really good. I do also have the sequel, the More Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. But yeah, it'd be good to finally start this and get this off my TBR. And like I said, it's a very, very short read, so it should only take a few hours maybe. So hopefully I'll read all this today, and then I'll pick a second book later to finish off the 189 pages. And then yeah. My goal is to read at least 189 pages, so I can read more, but say for example today I don't read 189 pages, the amount of pages I don't read will be carried on to tomorrow. So there we go. It's really sunny now, but it has been absolutely tipping it down, so I feel like I'm ready to cozy up with a book, maybe with a hot chocolate or something like that, treat myself. I haven't made a gingerbread hot chocolate since like January, so I feel like I can start making them soon. But yeah, I'll check in with you later once I've made a start on Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. So I am nearly halfway through Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. I've gone to part 2, so I've just finished part 1. And yeah, about to start chapter 1 of part 2. I have heard from a few people though that it does feel like two very separate books. Like there's no real connection or not too much of a connection between the two parts. Like it doesn't feel like it's connected. So I'm intrigued to see how that happens. I feel like the kind of wrapping up of part 1 happened very abruptly. Like, I don't know how to say it without spoiling what the event is at the end of like part 1, but it felt like that just happens like so quickly and randomly. So this follows Takako, and she has been left by her boyfriend. Basically her boyfriend says to her, I'm marrying someone else. And she finds out that she's basically been a side thing all along. She knows this man through work, so then she finds work really hard, so she quits her job because he's now engaged basically to another work colleague, and she just doesn't want to be around that anymore. So she goes and moves in with her uncle in another part of Tokyo, and yeah, starts helping out in his bookshop, and she starts to get to know people in the area and just have fun experiences. It feels very fast-paced in the sense of it just like bits keep happening, like it's not like a connected nice flowing story. It was like over the next few weeks I got to know this person, so we decided to do this and we went to this book festival together. And it's like, okay, no getting to know that person, you're just like told she gets to know this waitress and is now besties with her. That's what I kind of mean, like things happen very quickly and randomly and it feels like there's like gaps missing, but it's a very quick, easy read, and I mean, I'm enjoying it in the sense of it's just a nice read about books, about the impact of books on people and like a little community, so it's nice. But yeah, I'll see where part 2 takes me. Judging by the title of part 2, I'm a bit like confused. It does feel like just from that title that we're going to be missing parts again. Hopefully it's going to be all like revealed, but I'm just intrigued to see how it comes together and whether I agree and whether it does feel like two separate books or just one, you know, cohesive book with the two different parts. Because part 1 doesn't have a title, it just says part 1. But then like part 2 does have a title, so I'm a bit like, not that really matters too much, but yeah, I do have to pop out now, so I'll be back in a couple of hours and I'll sit and finish this evening, and then I'll need to read about, what was it, 41 pages of something else. If this is 147, I need to read 189, so yeah, I need to read 42 more pages of something else, so there we go. But like I said, I am going to head out now, so I'll update you when I come back and give you some more thoughts on, yeah, the days at the Morisaki bookshop. So I have just sat and finished out the rest of days at the Morisaki bookshop. So I got to page 147. We've done 147 pages today and a whole book, so that's something. I think I'm going to give this 3 stars. I don't know, I can understand why people feel like this is two separate books. It did feel almost like part 1 was almost like a prologue, like a build up to the like main bulk of this. I don't know. Oh, hello. He wants me to chase him now, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to sit there nicely? So, what did you think of this? Did you like this book? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Thank you. He's giving me his paw. Yeah, I just felt like I was waiting for more. It just felt like it was just lacking something. Like, I can see what the message was trying to be, and I did get that. However, I just found that, like, it just needed something more just to, like, really connect me. So did I say go give it 3 stars? I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. I will still read the sequel as I do have that. I thought it was a fairly fine book. I didn't love it. I thought I would enjoy it more. If I read part 1 as a short novella itself, like a short story, then I probably would have rated it higher. Equally, part 2, if I had read that as like a short story, I probably would have rated it higher. I don't know, it just didn't feel like a cohesive novel, but individually the 2 parts were interesting. But particularly part 1, I think that was my favourite part. There's a character that comes back for part 2, and it does get explained as to why they come back, but it felt like the first part was more like Takeko and her uncle bonding and just getting to know each other, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And then it was just like, I don't know why this character came back. I mean, I can understand now that I finished it. Unless you know the book and have read it, then I feel like, yeah, it's kind of a useless review. But that's 247 pages done. I do now need to pick my next read. Part of me wants to read another short book, but I might, I don't know, pick up something chunky off my TBR. Or I could just go straight on and read the sequel and hopefully read all that like today and tomorrow. So that's an option, and just stay in this world and get it over with. That makes it sound like I'm not enjoying it. But yeah, I'll let you know what I decide. I need to go upstairs and have a look at my bookcase, and decide what I'm going to pick up next. But yeah. 1st of September, off to a good start, but I need to read 42 more pages tonight. I need to get to page 42 of another book, and it is 9:20. So 40 pages. If I start that now, I can finish just after 10. But yeah, book 1 done. So in terms of options of what I could read, I could start Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, but I'm daunted by it. It's quite a long one, but it's a sensible choice because I have the audiobook out from Borrow Box at the minute, and it's on my August TBR. It makes sense that I pick this, but I'm also kind of scared. I could also start Nightshade, which is on my, I think I said October TBR, my September TBR, but because it's set at university, I kind of wanted to read it as I go back to university, and I don't do that for another 2 weeks, or 3 weeks actually, so I might put off this one. I don't know. The other books on my TBR I'm reading at certain times, so it then gives us free reign of the rest of the library. I literally haven't read a romance in so long though, so do I read a romance? Part of me's like, should I just read more days at the Morisaki bookshop just to continue the series? But then the font's not big. The font's not big. I might pick this one if I can get it out. I have Suddenly a Murder. This could work. And I think the audiobook is on BookBeat. So this could be an option. This could be an option. I could also read We Live in Water, which is a short story collection. Oh, and the font's a bit bigger. I'm kind of feeling like this though. I'm kind of feeling like Suddenly a Murder. Like a nice, quick, easy YA mystery. So reading 42 pages. Oh, literally page 42 is the end of a chapter. So I could read the first 5 chapters of this tonight. I think I'm going to pick this next. Suddenly a Murder. Not on my TBR. Bit of a rogue one, but why not? It's what I'm feeling. It's what I'm feeling. Hopefully it won't take me too long to read either, because it's only just over 300 pages, I think. So I don't really know what it's about. To celebrate the end of high school, Izzy joins her best friend Cassidy and 5 others on a luxury 1920s themed getaway at the glamorous Ashwood Manor. There, they party in vintage dresses as secrets are spilled and scandals unfold. It's all fun and games until Cassidy's boyfriend turns up dead. Soon the sparkling young socialites are the prime suspect in his murder. There's the girlfriend and the other girl, the old friend and the new friend, the brooding enigma, and then there's Izzy, the girl who brought the knife. Dun dun dun. I love the Hotkeys books, like what's in it says diamonds, parties and murder. Perfect. Delicious, twisty and clever. So yeah, let's do it. The prologue and first 5 chapters will take me up to page 42. So yeah, let's go read. Good morning, it's day 2 of this challenge now, and it's time to see how many pages I need to read today for this challenge. Last night I did get to page 42 of Suddenly a Murder, so I did complete my 189 pages for day 1. This follows a group of, well, mostly really, really rich kids that go to like a private school, and I think one girl who's on a scholarship and her mum teaches there. They've just graduated, and this girl Cassidy, the blonde one, has just surprised everyone with a trip to this private island with a mansion on where her and Izzy's favourite movie was filmed. So they get to go there and dress up and live like in the 1920s. They have to wear 1920s clothes. Cassidy's arranged for everything to literally be like the 1920s, which is the time period of the movie, including sending their phones back to the mainland. We all know that that's a recipe for disaster, especially when it's a YA thriller. They're going to need those phones, but I think they did say there is a landline. So we already know who's going to die from the back and in the prologue that it's name dropped. So we know that Cassie's boyfriend is going to be murdered. It's obviously not happened yet. But anywho, I'll pop the screenshot here, but I need to read 166 pages today. So I was wrong. It's not as much as yesterday. Slightly more manageable. I need to plan a whole tutoring lesson today, and I've got little bits and bobs to do. Like I have to go to an appointment in a minute, and then I have the dentist as well later. So it's a busier day, but hopefully I should still be able to read 166 pages, which would then take me up to page 208. Annoyingly, page 208 is like 1 page into a chapter, but that's fine. I think that's doable. I also have my like little pottery club tonight, so I need to go to that. But yeah, so I need to make a good head start on Christmas presents. I know it's literally like the 2nd of September today, but I need to, focus on getting Christmas presents started because they take like a couple weeks each. Anywho, I will leave you there and I'll talk to you probably when I've got to the end of today's pages. So it is day 2 in the evening, and I've just gotten to page 208 of Suddenly a Murder. Now it is literally stopping right in the middle of like a police interview, and I kind of want to finish that. However, I don't know, because tomorrow I had a look and it's like 256 pages. I'm kind of daunted by that because I kind of fully forgot I'm going to a zoo in the morning. If you followed me for a while, you'll know I used to volunteer at a zoo, and I have had the uniform since, so I'm going to return the uniform and just have a little look around because I haven't been since I last volunteered, I don't think, so it has been a while. And then I'm tutoring in the afternoon, so I'm going to have to fit 256 pages around that. In terms of the book itself, I am enjoying it. I think, I don't know, it's nothing like amazing, it's not gripping me too much. Like I do kind of want to find out who did it. Yeah, I feel like I've already got much else to say. Like I'm not feeling anything strongly. Like I'm just cool. Yeah, like, it's fine. It's a lot better than a couple other YA like thrillers, mysteries that I read recently. Yeah, it's nice to read another fun YA mystery. But this is the only sort of YA I read now, so it's nice to still enjoy that, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to think of something to say and I have no real thoughts and feelings about this book. Like, I'd say at the minute it's like 3.5 stars, purely because like I'm enjoying it. I can't find anything that's majorly wrong with it, but it's nothing special, you know? It's not like calling out to me or drawing me in, and yeah. I feel like I haven't got much else to say. But because I have to be up early tomorrow to get to the zoo, like fairly early, because it's not that local to me. God knows why I used to do that drive. But yeah, I've got to pick up my friend on the way. So because of that, I'm just going to like intro day 3 now. As I said, tomorrow I will be having to read 256 pages, which will finish us off with Suddenly a Murder, because there's 308 pages. So if I read 100 of this, I then need to read 156 of a new book. I do think I know what I'm going to pick for that, because my audiobook reservation for a certain book has come in like literally half an hour ago, and I already want to start it. But yeah, I'll finish this off. Conveniently, it's exactly 100 pages left of this book, and then I'll jump into the next one. So yeah, I will probably leave you there for tonight. Like I said, I'm really struggling to think of like what to say about this. I don't have any strong feelings either way, really. It's just kind of a, yeah, it's an alright book, but a very quick, easy read for sure. And yeah, definitely flying through this. I'll chat to you tomorrow, hopefully, when I finish this and start the next book for this video. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. So we're on day 3, and like I said last night, I needed to read 256 pages today, which is quite a lot. However, I just had my tutoring session, but just before that, literally like 10 minutes before my tutoring, I finished Suddenly a Murder. So I read 100 pages of this, only 156 pages to go. This I actually ended up really enjoying. I decided to give it 4 stars. Like I said last night, initially I didn't feel like I had much to say about it, because it was just like a good book and that was it. Like, I didn't feel like I had anything to say about it. No real complaints, but nothing amazing about it. Like, I just was enjoying a good book, and it was just, yeah, nice, 3.5. But yeah, like I said, I decided to give it 4 stars. I just really liked how it wrapped up, how it came together. I did actually guess the person right, but I got something wrong to do with it, so I got the right person. I won't say any more than that. I know that the author has just released a book called Murder High, I think this year, like maybe July time, or anyway, some point this year. And so I think I would definitely pick it up, because this was just like a solid, good YA mystery. Like, it did feel realistic in the way that the case was handled, in the sense of, you know, sometimes like the police are like in like YA mysteries, the police are really against the kids and the kids are meddling and all that. While our main character wanted to know all the information, it still felt like it was kind of handled in a more realistic way, and there were some interesting revelations that I just would not have guessed. And this whole time, you know that Izzy, our main character, has this secret to do with the dead person, and you're kind of led to believe that it's something else. And I was surprised when it got revealed, because I was wrong. I've only just properly looked at the cover and realised that Marlowe, this is Marlowe, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Marlowe, because he's got the book. What are those blue socks? What are those blue socks? But there we go. A 4-star read. Another one done for this video. We're only on day 3. Some solid progress to be made still. So in terms of what book to pick next to read the rest of the pages, the 156 pages today, the book I mentioned last night being super excited for is The Hawthorne Legacy, and I'm so excited to read this. However, literally as I was in bed at like 11 o'clock last night, I got a notification saying my book reservation, my audiobook, reservation had come in on Libby for The End by Lemony Snicket, the last book in the series Unfortunate Events series. Because I still have 156 pages to read today, I am going to pick this one purely because Like, there's not much writing on each page, so it should be an easier one to fly through because it's already fairly late in the evening. I know it doesn't look it, somehow it's beautifully sunny and bright blue skies, where earlier when I was at the zoo, because I was at the zoo earlier, it was absolutely tipping it down. It was absolutely pissing it down. Had a lovely time, don't get me wrong. It was sad to return my uniform because when I was there I was like, I kind of want to go back, but I don't have the time, and I won't have the time, especially once I start my course. So it was the right time to return my uniform, but it was kind of like bittersweet, you know, and it was nice to see people that I recognised and just have a fun time. And I ended up feeding the lorikeets. Now when I was there, I was in the lorikeet enclosure like all the time, like at least once a day when I was there with the lorikeets, and they used to like come and land on me every now and then. Like I have videos of them, like they used to love my plaits. If I plaited my hair like in French braids, they used to like love it and would like eat my hair, but like also climb up my braids and sit on my head, and that was really nice. However, I never ever fed them because I was there to help the kids and the families feed the lorikeets, so I never did it myself. But today my friend, bless her, bought me, I mean it was only £1.50, but like she bought me a pot of nectar so I could feed the lorikeets. And then one bit me, you can kind of see the red mark still on my thumb. I was holding the pot and then there was like 2 birds on my hand, and then this other third one came in. I don't know if he was just salty because he couldn't reach the pot, but he was like here and then just leant down and bit me, and I've got like the 2 like beak marks, so it's gone like that on my... I was like, how rude. Like if I was a small child, I would have been screaming and that would have ruined the day. Anyway, back to books. I'm going to start this now, but 156 pages would take me here. So nearly halfway there. Halfway through chapter 7. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see how this all wraps up. I've been reading the series for donkey's years. I think I started reading it in 2017, but I've read the last like 6 books in the last like 3 months maybe. So I'm excited to wrap up this series and yeah, see how it ends up. So I'll check in with you again once I have gotten to page 156 and yeah, let you know my thoughts and feelings on the end. So I actually blasted through those 156 pages of the end. It didn't take too long at all to read. I mean, these books never do because there's like hardly any writing on each page and the font is massive. So it didn't take too long, but I'm kind of really into it. I want to know answers now. We don't really have like an inkling of answers yet. We've had hints of reveals and things throughout the last few books, and I'm so ready to find out everything. Like, if I was a child and read these like as they were coming out or whatever, I would have been like, come on, just tell me. Somehow 13 books later we're beginning to, you know, find out. I don't know, I'm nearly halfway and nothing's really been revealed in this book. We're getting to a stage where for the first time the Baudelaires may have to work with Count Olaf to get out of their situation. I am intrigued. It's literally only 8 PM and I kind of just want to read more. I don't know, I'm going to have a bath and watch some TV and some YouTube and we'll see how I feel later, but like I'm not going to bed anytime soon and I usually read before bed, so yeah, that's all I'm going to say really for this little evening update. I completed my 256 pages today, so yeah. Tomorrow should be a lot easier. I believe tomorrow is our lowest number of pages, which I'm so grateful for because I have another fairly busy day. I'm out from about like 12:30ish until like 9 PM. So I'm going to be out for quite some time because I'm going ice skating with my friend for like an hour and a half. And then I have my first ice skating lesson back since the summer break. So I am terrified. I need to practice with my friend first for an hour and a half and yeah, get back into the swing of things because I haven't been skating since my last lesson. It's been 2 months, which is the longest I haven't skated for since starting. So yeah, I'm terrified that I'm going to be absolutely awful and like Bambi on ice, but fingers crossed it'll go well. But between ice skating with my friend and my actual lesson, I have like 3 hours to kill. So I'm going to take this with me, read, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll read loads tomorrow because I'll be waiting between my lesson. But yeah, but I'll leave you there for tonight, and I'll check in with you tomorrow morning to see how many pages I need to read tomorrow. So I kind of messed up. I messed up my plans, excuse the hair. So I'm meant to be off skating right now. However, there's no skating session. I fully messed up the timings. Basically, we always go at the 2 o'clock session, and at like midday today I was like, you know what, I'll check that it's definitely 2 o'clock, because sometimes it's like 1:30, so I wanted to like make sure I had the time right. I was so wrong. There just isn't a 2 o'clock session today. There isn't an afternoon session, so I felt really bad. So now I do have a lot more time today because I don't need to go to the rink until my actual lesson, so that means I can spend some time this afternoon reading the end. I'll put the screenshot here, but I need to read 146 pages today, which is very doable. As I'm on page 156, that means I need to get to page 302. Now 302, I'm pretty sure is like 3 pages before the end. Okay, no, it's 20 pages before the end. However, I think I'm just going to sit and finish the whole book off. It's like, sort that angle out a bit. That way I can, yeah, tick off another book, and I've definitely hit the 146 pages. Today was my lowest day anyway, so I feel okay reading an extra 20 pages. I won't take them off tomorrow's pages. I'll still keep that separate, but yeah. So instead, I'm going to film a video this afternoon as well, now that I've got like hours and hours more time. My lesson isn't until like after 7 o'clock, so I have literally hours. So I might do some baking, and yeah, and I'll finish this off. That's a new revised plan. I can't believe I messed up skating. Like, I'm actually gutted, because I was going to use that hour to practice before my lesson in the evening, because I haven't had a lesson since January, definitely not that, since June, and I'm not very good, so I'm worried about being a bit wobbly on my feet. However, yeah, I'm sure we're fine. But anywho, I need to crack on and read 146 pages, and yeah, I'll check in with you probably when I've done that at this point, so yeah. So I haven't actually read much today. I've only listened to maybe like, I don't know, 25 pages worth of the end. It's not that late, like it's like 5 o'clock now, or 5:30. I need to leave in about 10-15 minutes to get to my ice skating lesson. Got my skates ready. I'm like remembering everything, like packing because I've got shorts on, got my leggings, extra pair of socks. I'm so nervous. I'm going to be like bumped down a level, because at the end of last term I passed the level I was on, and she was like, I'm moving up for when you come back. But I'm worried that, like, because I haven't practiced at all, I'm going to be like bumped back down. I might say to her and be like, can I just do 1 week on the level below and then move up, because I'm scared that I'm going to be awful. I'm so nervous, but I know I love it there. I don't know, I think it's been so long. I had a pretty traumatic experience there in June, and since that experience I've been twice since, and like actually ice skating, and I don't know, 3 times maybe. And I think because I've had such a big gap in my head, I keep thinking about that traumatic experience that ended up with my friend in hospital for a week. So yeah, I'm just, obviously it's a dangerous sport and you have to respect the ice, you know. If you acknowledge that it's a dangerous thing, then, and you're sensible about it, it should be okay. But I've never fallen that badly myself. I've only fallen a couple times, and even then, like, it was okay. So yeah, I need to continue reading and listening. I ended up filming a video, and then kind of just sat doing nothing, you know. Enjoyed the time. Like, I'm actually kind of glad that my plans today were kind of cancelled in the end, because I mean, I messed up, it's my fault. But I'm kind of glad about it. Can't forget my water. My old coach was so nice, because she was there when the accident happened, and so every time I've seen her since, she's been so lovely. And I'm like, I think I'm going to have a different coach because I've bumped up a level, but oh well. I'm so nervous. I've just spoken for like 4 minutes about how nervous I am. Bag with bits in, check. Skates, check. I haven't worn them in so long. Okay, I don't know why I feel so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm just delaying leaving now. I need to go. So I've just sat and finished out the end, so that means I've hit my 146 pages for the day. It also means I've finished the series. I can't say it felt wrapped up, but I don't think that was the point either. Just loading up my spreadsheets to fill it in, but it was an interesting ending. Like, it answered some questions, created more questions. There wasn't a full ending. About 3/4 of the way through, like Lemony Snicket started hinting that there wouldn't be a happy ending, because he was going on about how the beginning isn't really the beginning because they were living beforehand, so the end isn't really the end. There's plenty more that's going to happen after the end, but it's the end of this story. And yeah, it was a bit like, when he started doing that, I was like, we're not going to get an ending, are we? We're not going to get a proper ending. I wish we got a few more answers, but I'm not surprised at the same time that we didn't. So yeah, there we go. That's another book done. That's book 3 done in this video in 4 days. So smashing it so far. Tomorrow we got another day. I can't remember what it is exactly, but it's in the 200s. So I'll talk to you in the morning when I start my next book. But yeah, I think I'm going to give this like 3 stars as I feel kind of meh at the end. Like, I don't know, like I feel like I just need like one more book just to be like, yeah, they're fine. Or no, they will die, you know, just like something. They're also quite dark, I guess, for kids books. Like, if I read this as a child, the amount of stuff that's in this that I probably would have found either scary or, I was going to say traumatizing, not quite traumatizing, but like they're at the scene of a birth. When he said scene of a crime, then they're at a birth of a child, people die left, right and centre, and so yeah, there we go. But I am glad that I finally finished the series off and can say that I've finally actually read the full series of Unfortunate Events. And yes, I've ticked off book number 3 on this challenge. So yeah, I'm having just a fun time reading. I'm going to now fill in my spreadsheets, watch some YouTube. God, I can't speak. And then yeah, head to bed, and I'll speak to you in the morning for the last day of this challenge. So I know it looks like I'm wearing the exact same outfit as yesterday. I've just chucked this jumper on for now because the temperature dipped. But today, it is already 4:30 and I've not started reading, and I thought it's about time I tell you how many pages I need to read today. So I'll put the screenshot here, and yeah, today I need to read 215 pages, which is doable for sure. I will be picking up the Hawthorne Legacy now. Chloe's also doing reading sprints tonight, which is why I'm not too worried about not reading yet in the day. This is obviously the sequel to the Inheritance games. I'm excited to see where the story goes. I've just made myself a cup of tea and I'm about to start cooking a lasagna. So yeah, I feel like I haven't got much else to say, just that I need to read 215 pages of this. Actually, where does that take me? Oh, quite far into it actually. I love how short these chapters are. Annoyingly though, page 215 is in the middle of a chapter, but it's that far in. So yeah, like nearly 2/3 of the way in, over halfway, just before chapter 56. So I'm trying not to see any spoilers. I'm excited, but also scared, because if I don't love this as much as the first one, I've bought the next 4 books in the Light universe, so I have to like it. About to start cooking, and yeah, I've got the audiobook, so I'll listen while cooking. So it is nearly 11 o'clock at night. I am tired. I'm tired. I've just like 30 seconds ago read my 215th page of the day. So I've done it. I did a week of swapping pages for pickups, or pickups for pages. I did end up reading 1 extra page. I read up to page 216 because it was the end of the chapter, but I hit it. I hit my goal for the day. I ended up also unhauling 14 books off my TBR during Chloe's sprints, because in one of the chatty bits she started unhauling books and I was like, you know what, I can unhaul some too. I am really enjoying this, I must say. I kind of want to keep going. Like, I do kind of want to keep reading, but I'm also kind of shattered. Like, I know I should go to bed. I haven't got too much left to read, so I'll probably finish it off tomorrow, but that's another thing. That's another question. But yeah, unfortunately I can't give you a full review of this in this video, because it is in a Friday now and I was only going to do this for 5 days. I really enjoy her interactions with the brothers. I'm enjoying how they're all kind of having a role. I feel like Nash didn't have too much of a role in the first book, and now he's, you know, getting more involved, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I feel like the puzzle pieces are slowly coming slightly more together, you know. Obviously I'm going to be shocked and there's going to be twists, and you know, there's plenty more in the series, so who knows how it's going to go, but I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying it, so I do want to finish this tomorrow, even if I'm not vlogging. But yeah, it feels very cleverly written and really like well thought out, which obviously it was, but like it really comes across that way, you know? Like every twist, every reveal feels like it's actually got a purpose. It's not just in there for like shock factor. It feels like it's actually there for like a proper purpose in connecting puzzle pieces and stuff. And it's like, whoa, okay, yeah, like this is a well-written book series, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I'll wrap up this video properly tomorrow morning because I'm shattered and kind of want to go to bed. But yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow to give my like wrap up on the week and my experiences doing this. I don't know why I said it like it's a big thing. But yeah, finished my Friday pages and I'm now going to get ready for bed. Hello, so it may or may not be a week later that I'm giving you this update and wrap up for the vlog. Totally just never got around to doing it the next day. I think this was a very successful week in reading. Well, definitely it's one of my best weeks for a long while. I did finish the Hawthorne Legacy the next day and I decided to give it 5 stars just because I had such fun time with the puzzles and all that again, like just really enjoying being in that world, frankly. So yeah, I did give it 5 stars in the end. So I finished 4 books within the first 6 days of the month. So not too bad going. I read Days at the Morisaki Bookshop first, then I read Suddenly a Murder, then I read The End by Lemony Snicket, and then ended with the Hawthorne Legacy. So overall, a pretty decent reading week. I'll do the maths and I'll put the number of pages I read across those 5 days alone here. I think that was a success. Definitely will probably do that again in the future just to motivate myself to read and yeah, get through a few more books off my TBR because that's exactly what I did and I'm so happy with the progress I made. But if you made it to this point in the video, please give it a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new around here because I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, I'll try and get better at getting these regular videos out. But yes, thank you very much and I'm sure I'll see you soon with a brand new video. Bye.